So today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. Usually when I share my clarity, when I share that information, I express it in poetry or prose or just like little quotes. But I feel that there's so much that I want to share, and it's just flowing so abundantly and so fast that just sitting and organizing it, some of it just like gets lost, and then I don't even bother to share it because I have just new energy flowing and new things that I want to share and express. So I thought I'd just do one video and share the culmination of what it is that I've been experiencing in my clarity. So this is something that I wrote a couple days ago, and it's titled Life Reflections. I have been in somewhat of a balanced limbo that I temporarily created to focus myself fully in the now. A balanced limbo that I no longer find myself focused on keeping the balance of. I accepted my now and the daily routine it encompassed that aligned with my intended movement forward. I also accepted an inspired energy of my future, which encompassed the life that I intended for myself. This was my balanced limbo. It has been my balanced limbo for some time now, but I can sense that it no longer is. I no longer feel held by either vessel as of now. I am beginning to sense what it is that I am bringing to life, what is being brought to life. I am beginning to sense what it is that I am bringing to life, what is being brought to life. Suddenly, I find myself needing to escape from this limbo, to escape from this energy that has felt somewhat of an eclipse, an energy cast over my true reality, my space-time reality that encompasses my true nature. I feel myself occupied by this energy, and yet this sudden feeling to reach for something beyond it. It's like when your eyes are closed and you start rubbing them and you open them and you're seeing this static, these stars, and you're just waiting for your clear vision to return. Well, that's what it feels like. The energy needs to clear itself out. The skies need to clear itself again. I need those clear skies, for neither of these vessels of my limbo are holding me anymore, and I need to reach for something beyond it. I need to fully occupy my new vessel. I need to feel myself occupied by a new energy, a space-time reality that encompasses the reality of who I am, my true nature. This is what I'm reaching for today. And this, the clarity is such like a subtle, soft, silent energy. The way that it unfolds every day, it's a constant reminder of how unique our journeys are, how unique my journey is, because it's like one day I felt like I just wasn't occupied by any of these vessels that I've been focused in, and I was just being held by spirit. Like I was just being held by spirit. And it's like, it's a little funny because it just felt like, oh, like I've just been kicked out of this energy that I've been focused in, that I was being held in, but at the same time I was being held by spirit, I was being held by my soul. And that was the entire experience for me to have in that moment, on that day. And then the next day I could feel myself reaching for this new vessel of life, this new vessel of myself. When the day before, it was like I was just hanging in suspense. That wasn't even there. I couldn't even reach for that. All I could feel was that I was held by spirit. And the next day, the energy was moving forward. It was revealing more of itself, and I could feel or sense that there was something there, something new for me to reach for. And I had this dream, and I heard this voice so clearly, and maybe it was my own voice, I don't know, but it said, it was so like it was so passionate, like the way the voice sounded. It was so passionate and like a bit sassy at the same time, so maybe it was me. But it said something along the lines of how could you think that you could change so much, that you could transform so much, that you could become something so new, you could become so much of yourself, of your truth, and not think that your life is not going to change. It was like, how could you possibly fathom that you go through all these transformations, that you go through all these alchemizations, that you grow and you learn all these lessons and blah 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 blah. how could you think that your life is not going to change? How could you possibly think that after all that you've become, that your life isn't going to change? And it just came through with such like a powerful strong energy that I felt that it just like it just woke me up. It just woke me up a lot. And I just have like some notes because it's like throughout the day I have these streams of clarity that flows, these like thought energies, and so sometimes I'm like, okay, well, I have to write about that tomorrow, and then I have to share it at some point. But then it's like I have new thoughts that come, new clarity, new energies that's flowing, because it's just consistently flowing. And it's not in a way where it's overwhelming. Instead, I just think that it's just teaching me how to express it, how to fully like maximize the potential of what it has to offer. So this was a thought that I've had recently, and it's that it's like an analogy in a sense, where we're all on these unique journeys in our lives, these unique journeys. And I saw it as like I'm here and I'm playing this video game, right? I'm playing this video game and it has 100 levels, and I sit and I start from level 1 and I play all the way through till level 100, all the way through till level 100. And when I reach level 100, there are challenging aspects of it, right? But there's like an adrenaline, there's just like an adrenaline and excitement that's flowing, because like you've got this far and you like know all the controls and the skills and whatever, like I don't know, like all the extra like powers, the extra strength, whatever it is that happens in video games, you you have that now, to be able to play level 100. Like it wouldn't be possible to it wouldn't be possible for you to jump from level 1 to level 100, right? And it's like when you reach this final level, it's you've become this entirely new person. You become this entirely new person, and you're playing a whole new game, right? But at the same time, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal. It doesn't feel like that big of a deal because you've sat there at level 1, level 2, level 30, level 60, all the way up to level 100. And so it almost feels normal in a sense, even if it has that challenging aspect. It's just exciting, and you have like this knowing within you that you could journey through that course and just enjoy the adventure of that you created, right? But at the same time, the other thought that came to me was that it's like sometimes we don't realize that we're all playing different games. We're all playing different video games, and even if it looks quite similar, it still is different. And you can't, even if like you're at level 85 in your game, like it's so different to the game that someone else the game that someone else is playing. It's so different and so so unique, and it says a lot because it's like only you have those skills, only you have the know-how to navigate through your own path. And at the same time, it's like you're equipped with that power, you're equipped with that know-how to lead yourself. And I thought that was an interesting analogy that came up because it just like flows under the theme of me just like reflecting and thinking about life recently. And the other thought that I had, which is it's a pretty similar analogy to the levels, but it's thinking about our lives as our individual lives as having our own kingdom, as having our own queendom, and knowing that we're all seated on our thrones. We're all seated on our thrones, which means that we have our own kingdoms, we have our own queendoms to rule over, to lead over, that we've created. And at the same time, you're also constantly building, you're creating more, you're upgrading, you're just like making it you're just increasing that quality of life that you want to experience. Yeah, and I thought that's also a pretty powerful analogy. Like no one, you're in your own kingdom, and you're leading, you're ruling over, you're reigning, seated on the throne of your existence. Like you're on that throne, whether you know it or not. It's like you don't have to find your way to find that throne, to find that golden throne. It's like you're already seated upon it. You know, you're not sitting like on the armrest, or you're not sitting like at the floor looking up to the throne. Like, you are it. Like, you're seated upon the throne of your existence. And also, this analogy gives so much, because you're equipped with all the knowledge. You're equipped with all the wisdom, all your unique wisdom, all your unique knowledge that you need to have, based on your own intentions of what it is that you want to create, of what it is that you want to experience. Like, you have that knowledge inside of you, you have that wisdom inside of you. So it's like you're flowing from this very, very like solid place of knowing within yourself, you know. And at the same time, it's like you have within your court, like you have your own your own form of unique guidance. And you know, just like innately, you know, like I can trust this guidance. Like, this guidance knows my path, this guidance knows who I am, this guidance knows what I'm about, and so I could lend my ear to listening to this. And at the same time, you're not leaving your throne, you're not leaving your kingdom to run across to somebody else's kingdom to be like, hey, like, how do I do this? How do I lead? How do I run my empire, right? Because that person, that other kingdom has an entirely different set of intentions, right? They don't know anything about you or your journey or what it is that you're doing. And I feel like these two analogies, they really pinpoint the uniqueness of recognizing the uniqueness of who you are. And it's like you already have so much to be occupied by, because of your innate uniqueness, because it comes with its unique language of knowledge, its unique language of wisdom, right? It comes with a template, a canvas for you to create and to build your kingdom, your queendom, your empire. It comes with your unique guides that see your vision, that clearly see your vision. And it's like, at the end of the day, there's not really a sense of reliance on somebody else seeing your vision with you, because you're so rooted to that vision. You're so solid in what you see for yourself, for who you are, and what it is that you want to create. So those are the two analogies, and that's why I felt like I needed to sit and just share and talk about the clarity that's been flowing. Because if I were to sit and just to organize this and be like, I'm gonna write this and post this, and then I'm gonna like do a reel and talk about this, you don't get to see how I experience it, which is that it's all interconnected. It feels like completely different stories at times, and it feels like scattered. But then the more clarity that flows, the more information that flows, it's like I begin to see how it's interconnected. It's like rooted in the same thing. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share. And this video is like already 20 minutes long, so I think I'll end it there.